The Prime Minister of Portugal, Luís Montenegro, has announced that Formula One will almost definitely return to Portimão in 2027. Montenegro says that F1's return to his country only has to be formalized next year, having already secured MotoGP for both this year and next year. F1 turned to Portimão out of necessity in 2020 during the COVID season, as many other events were cancelled, and stayed for another year after very positive feedback from fans. Lewis Hamilton won both of those Grand Prix, with Estoril hosting the Portuguese Grand Prix back in the 80s and 90s. Portimão should be back on the calendar very soon though, Luís Montenegro announced at the political meeting Na Festa do Ponta. Quote, "We have secured the MotoGP, the world's premier motorcycling events, for 2025 and 2026. And I can tell you that we have everything ready to formalize the return of Formula One to Algarve next year in 2027. These events require some financial efforts on the part of the government, but they have a direct financial return and an indirect promotional return that are, quite frankly, well worth it." Max Verstappen says he is not too worried about Red Bull's current level of performance, adding the team is again in a bit of a rebuilding phase following its 4 consecutive championships between 2021 and 24. Verstappen also stressed that he has full confidence in his team to fight back from the dip they are currently in. Currently, Red Bull sits in 4th place in a Constructors' Championship, which would be their worst finish since 2015, the year before Verstappen first got promoted from Toro Rosso. While the Dutchman has taken 2 wins and 5 podiums this season, it is widely accepted that the Red Bull is the weakest car of the frontrunners and that Verstappen's individual performance is covering a lot of this up. He has been in rebuilding stages before with Red Bull, however, which is why he is confident the team will figure things out eventually. Quote, "The team has gone from, of course, winning championships before I arrived to when I arrived a bit through a rebuilding phase, and then we really hit the peak again of winning championships. Now I feel like it's slight rebuilding. We're still, of course, a very strong team, but I do think that to make again a step up, there's slight rebuilding or restructuring maybe, and understanding a little bit more what's going on, and that, of course, takes a little bit of time, but hopefully not too much time. I think that's also a bit the mentality of the team to fight back from a dip. It's always been like that, so I'm not too worried about that." And finally, Daniel Ricciardo has been treated in hospital after suffering a collarbone injury while motorbiking in Australia, Planet F1 reports. The accident happened on Thursday when riding a dirt bike in Queensland, although details of how the accident exactly happened aren't known, at least at the time of recording this video. Ricciardo has been out of F1 since the Singapore Grand Prix last season, after which he was replaced by Liam Lawson for the remainder of the year. The Aussie has largely been out of the public eye since then, but is reportedly in good spirits while recovering from his injury at Mosman Hospital in Queensland. The 8-time Grand Prix winner was linked to a return to the sport with Cadillac next year, but shut these rumors down himself, stating he is done with F1 as he continues to keep a low profile publicly. Well, that's it from me for today's news video. We'll be back tomorrow with the next one, so hopefully see you then. And don't forget to follow us on all social media. That way you stay in the loop in the world of F1. But thank you so much for watching, and peace.